2 Alpha, Eastern Massachusetts.
Okay, we're looking at Field Day 2010. This is when hams actually get some exercise. They get out of their ham shacks, they get up, they put up some antennas. As you can see with the Falmouth Amateur Radio Club, FARA for short, they've put up quite a few antennas here. So they must have done an awful lot of physical work. They do have food here, so hams are hams. They are going to eat. But they have a CW station, they have a station. We're going to see the satellite station and talk to that operator. They also have a single sideband station. We'll talk to that operator. We'll go over and look at the CW guy. He's really doing something there. He talked to me all the time while he was operating CW. I don't know how he could do that, but he managed to do that, operate CW, and talk to me at the same time. And there's also a VHF station. You're going to see an emergency communications center from the town of Barnstable. And we have a number of generators out here that was provided by KC1KM, Jim Levitt, and he provided propane fuel generators. They make a little less noise. They're not quiet, as you can hear, but they make a little bit less noise, and they're certainly a lot safer to operate. So I hope you enjoy Field Day 2010. It's going to be quite an exhibition here today.
Hi, I'm Jim Levitt, KC1KM at the Falmouth Amateur Radio Club Field Day site for June of 2010. And we're running what's called a 2A class here, where there's 2 transmitters running. And we also have a GOTA station, Get on the Air, GOTA, that's what that stands for. We also have a satellite station, and also behind me is a communications vehicle that the town of Barnstable lets us use, and we're doing VHF communications there. So we're out here to see how many points we can score, and have a lot of people come down and visit. And, you know, that's what Field Day is for, is to have a good time and a lot of fun. This is VHF up here, and the one to the right is a 40-meter beam. The one over there to the left, I'll plead innocent to putting that one together with the element that's off. That's about I think that's a tri-band beam, 20, 15, and 10 meters. And this is the voice station over here, and there's that's a 40, and there's another tri-band antenna there. And we also have dipole antennas running off for the lower frequency bands. A big concern about people hot fueling gasoline generators, and there's been some incidents of people getting burned, very badly burned, when trying to pour fuel into it and pouring, gasoline all over a hot engine. And I investigated what it would cost and what I had to go through to convert the generators to propane. And there's 3 of them running here at the site right now, and I've got large propane tanks on them. We start them up before Field Day, and we don't touch them again until the end of Field Day tomorrow. So we don't have to worry about refueling or anything like that. So there's people here that'll stay all night for the graveyard shift. Some they sleep in their cars or whatever. Some of them don't sleep. They just come in for the graveyard shift and then go home the next day and get some sleep.
I'm operating the FARA phone station, which is using the call sign K1RK, and I'm hopefully one of many operators today.
What frequencies are you operating?
We're operating from 80 meters up to 10 meters.
And how are the band conditions today?
Pretty good, actually. We're running on 10 meters right now and reaching all the way out into the Intermountain West. So.
And what are you using for an antenna?
We have a what's called a TR5 tri-bander beam, and we also have a MFJ 40-meter beam, and we have a standard wire dipole for 80 meters.
Now, are points important, or?
Well, usually they are at Field Day for us, but we decided to have a casual Field Day this year, so we could encourage more people to come and operate, and hopefully that's what will happen. We tend to be a little bit aggressive when we're competitive, and this year we're not being that way. We have a Kenwood TS2000, belongs to the club. It was left to us by one of our late but very good members, AI1W. Copy 2 Alpha, Eastern Massachusetts.
Roger, 2 Alpha, Mike India.
Thanks for Michigan. Have a good one. QRZ Field Day, K1RK.
This is a demonstration of amateur radio satellite communications. This is the ground station where we can provide 2-way communication through orbiting satellites that are built by and launched by amateur radio operators. As a matter of fact, today, right at the beginning of Field Day, we've made 2 contacts so far. One with a Canadian station in Quebec, and one with a station in Indiana. And the two satellites we used were FM repeater satellites. One was built by a Saudi Arabian AMSAT group, or Amateur Satellite Group, and the other was built by an amateur group, satellite group here in the United States.
So when you talked to him in Quebec, your signal went up by satellite. Did you have to move the antenna when this was happening?
Yes, we do. We have to track along with the satellite. We use this rotator head down here. This controls the antennas, the elevation, and the left to right, east to west, or azimuth of to position the antennas right on the satellite. And we don't do that manually here today. The computer controls the rotator, so it keeps it tracked right on the satellite. Okay, we use programs that use special formulas to do mathematical calculations and predict the position of the satellite from information that we input into the computer. We take an instant in time, a known position where the satellite is, and the computer and the program can then predict where it's going to be fairly accurately at most any time after that. And we're going up on the 2-meter amateur band, or 145 megahertz. Okay. And we come down, the downlink, we listen on 435 megahertz. We also have the capability on the antenna system to listen on 2.4 gigahertz, a microwave downlink on some of the satellites. We're using generally 50 watts or less output power. The low Earth orbiters are anywhere from 1/2 watt to a maximum of probably 5 watts.
But they have a good antenna height, don't they?
They have excellent coverage from that. Roger, Kilo 4 Bravo, Foxtrot Tango. This is Kilo 1 Radio Kilo with 2 Alpha, Eastern Mass, over.
Roger, good.
You're on with you.
Copy, 4 Alpha, Alabama, 4 Alpha, over.
Roger, 4 Alpha, Alabama. Thank you and good luck.
Roger, thank you.
7-3.
Yep, GOTA stands for Get on the Air, and basically it's a place where people who have licenses or no licenses can sit down and make some contacts and see how it works. People who are newly licensed, less than a year, can also come in and sit down and make some contacts. The GOTA station's an ICOM 7000 with an AT7000 tuner and a power supply.
That's the one we call Get on the Air. It's for the newcomers to ham radio, and even there's always a licensed operator there, so even somebody who doesn't have a license can get on and make a few contacts and just play around on the radio, try it out, give it a shot. Well, partly it's just fun, I think. It's different. Some of us are involved with emergency preparedness. It's sort of a pseudo emergency preparedness exercise at the same time as an operating event.
Okay.
So it's different things to different people, but it's kind of a nice excuse to get out on a nice weekend in June and play radios.
And you're calling CQ now, but no key.
No, I'm using MM loggers, keying the radio. I'm going to enter set the mission. This is a WA2, nice and close. Nice and loud. So West New York, so it's not so close. 1D is sending from his own station using commercial power.
How much power are you running?
I'm running 100 watts.
How many contacts have you made?
172.
I got to congratulate you. You're the first person I see that can work CW and talk at the same time.
Well, that's because it's really slow.
We've seen Field Day 2010 with the Falmouth Amateur Radio Club. What an exhibition they have. They know how to do it, and they know how to do it right. Some of you have watched some of my other videos. You know I can be very critical, and fairly critical on the negative side. Not this time. This club knows how to do things and knows how to do it right. They're an excellent club here on Cape Cod.
2 Alpha, Eastern Massachusetts.
Roger, 2 Alpha, Mike, India.
Thanks for Michigan. Have a good one.